So, on Tuesday we're looking at collar and sleeve days with the knee on the inside. We already addressed the triangle with the knee on the outside, so it was done slightly different. So from that position, when I played collar and sleeve with the knee on the outside, the goal was to get my left hip over the top of Kiara's right elbow, just by lifting my hip and getting it past that elbow joint. Then when I started to lock the triangle, I control the posture and start to get into the positions. That's one way of doing it. And now we're looking at my knee on the inside here. When your knee's on the outside, Carl can pull his elbow back to his hip, and then we looked at off-balancing and things to try and get it away from his hip. But when I put the knee on the inside, and he pulls his right elbow to his hip, see the way I'm on my left hip? Just that movement that we were doing on Tuesday night. When I push on the shoulder, I'm going to turn my hip from being on my left to being on my right, and watch what happens to Carl's right elbow. It just comes away from his body. Keep it up, Carl. So just even that movement there, because I've connected my shin, okay, to his arm. So the second I move, it will move. Okay? And on Tuesday we looked about kicking into the omoplata. Triangles there as well. All I have to do is just basically, when I turn from my left hip to my right hip, I'm just going to be extending my legs. Okay, pulling on the collar, whether he stays on his feet, that's fine, or whether he comes down. There are 4 battles we want to be up against whenever Car's in the triangle. 1 is controlling his posture, okay. 2 is filling the space at the back of this knee. 3 is maintaining that space because he can try and create space. And 4 is the stack, so we're going to address that. I've already shown you, just what's the name of that? So I already showed you Danaher's method, which was with the arm not even across. I was just making a single leg tie, underhooking the leg and kicking out with my left leg to get my lower back off the mat. That made a connection and made my right knee lower than Carl's left heel. And then I got the inside of my knee inside, so there's only a head and arm. Now I've unified legs, we let go of the head, grab the shin, and now from there when I lock the triangle, it's on. Even it's on there, without even locking it, because you've a lot of connection. That's one way of doing it. We're going to do it a slightly different way this time. So, from collar and sleeve, I bring my knee to the inside. I'm on my left hip, I push on the shoulder, and then I move my hip from being on my left side to my right side. Now I just extend my legs and grab the head. Okay. This time, we're going to concentrate on bringing the arm across, okay? But not to finish the triangle. Another way of finishing the triangle, just turn this way, would be like an old school method, whereby I'd be bringing the triangle across, grabbing Carl's head, foot on the hip, shoulder walk back, and now I don't cut an angle. I'm directly in front of Carl. So when I lock the triangle, his right arm is pushing into his right jugular. My right leg is into the other jugular, and I just basically lift my hips. We're going to bring the arm across to control his posture. The problem area is, when I get into the triangle trap, if Carl's arm is free, okay, I can pull his head down, but he can make a frame on my bead, and now he can just start lifting up. And even if I get control of his head, where's the gun hand, just to grab the collar. Even if I'm grabbing his head, he frames and locks this arm. I'm never going to get his head down, if that makes sense. So we want to get rid of this ability that he makes a frame. So when I get into the triangle trap, I'm bringing the arm across and just grabbing the head. Posture angle. So I'm only using the arm across to stop him posturing. It's harder for him to posture. Now we want to fill this space. So I'm thinking about putting my foot on the hip, but I'm leg pressing across. I want to fill this space at the back of my right knee. And when I grab my shin, I'm bringing my left knee to the inside. And now I lock the triangle. So from there I can just finish my collar. I've got a slight angle as well. I'm not straight on him, so I am slightly looking into his left ear. If Carl uses his hand, he can start pulling that. Okay? But now it becomes a battle because he's created a wee bit of space to go back a step. So before I finish, I just underhook his leg and grab my own shin. Okay? And then I just leg press off. Those are the main 3 battles. The 4th battle is, especially if you back issues and you hit triangles, car's going to start to stack me, but real easy, real freestyle. Okay. Notice the way when he stacks me, my hips are off the mat. Okay. I'm going to control his head. I'm going to shoulder walk back, but shoulder walking with a purpose to lower my hips. Anytime he drives into me, notice the way my hips are coming off the mat. All the pressure's going on to my neck and lower upper shoulders. I shoulder walk to lower my hips, but this is the detail. As car drives into me, I just turn at the angle. So I don't stay in front of him. Does that make sense? Because it'll be like Groundhog Day. As he drives into me, I'm shoulder walking back, I just cut at an angle. He's falling into that space. So the triangle setup itself is very simple. So front collar and sleeve. I bring my knee to the inside, I'm going to push. I'm on my left hip, Josh putting his elbow back to his body. I'm going to cut that slight angle. Now to shoot my legs and grab the head. I'm working on getting the arm across, but not to finish the triangle, to stop him posturing. Trying to posture, bro. Very difficult for him to posture when the arm's across, whereas if the arm is on the outside and he frames and pushes, this can create a lot of issues. So once we get the arm across, now from there I want to fill this space. So I will put the foot on the hip and cut a slight angle, but now I'm really leg pressing with this leg. So it's tight to his left jugular. Does that make sense? Then my knee goes on the outside of the shoulder, so there's only a head and arm in, not a shoulder. Grab my shin, lock the triangle, underhook, leg press, leg curl. If he tries to stack me, it's just cutting an angle. Okay? If you get stacked to the point that your hips are raised, you're shoulder walking back with a purpose. To lower your hips, but then just keep cutting the angle. He's driving into you, he's falling into that space. So we're here, we do from the start, so let's just say I'm playing a seated guard, we snag this, I rub it off dog postures, now we just threw in the shallow lasso and I made this leg free. For him to pass, he needs a control of this. When he does, I find the collar, and now I'm back in the collar and sleeve with my shin on the inside. I'm on my left hip, and just cut an angle onto my right hip, shoot through for the triangle, and now work at getting this arm across. And now I want to fill that space, find my shin, underhook, and then he drives into me. I'll shoulder walk back while I control his posture, and I just cut it on. Just falling into that. Just feel that, guys, yeah?